Well, welcome to Chapter 7. Chapter 7 takes a look at the relationship between public relations and the law, which is a fairly interesting relationship that a lot of times doesn't quite match up as far as outcomes. But nonetheless, it's an area where within any organization that the PR people have to be working very closely with the legal people. At the University of Alaska Fairbanks, in our area, especially dealing with media relations issues, we work quite closely with the university's general counsel office. Where you see the difference of opinion, and it's not that strong of a difference of opinion, I guess it depends from case to case, is that for the legal beagles in an organization, they are constantly advising their clients on what they must do based upon the law, based upon legal requirements. Where PR people, well, certainly understand that that's necessary, PR people are more focused on what someone should do, which doesn't all the time match up with what the legal people think. A good example of that is in any given situation, if something controversial is going public and if there's a reporter asking someone in the organization questions, the legal people would prefer that the response be no comment. Well, no comment is probably the two worst words you can say in public relations, because no comment is in itself a comment. So the PR people and the legal people, it's important that they're in the same room together, offering management advice, and that the manager looks at both sides of the issues and takes that into consideration when making the final decision. Chapter 7 goes on to talk about a few different areas between the relationship between PR and the law. PR and defamation law, which also has to do with libel and slander. And it's an area that's been increasing, as the book says, because of the rise in in cable talk shows and talk show hosts really, kind of pushing the boundaries of what should be said about someone else. PR and insider trading, insider trading, of course, also something that has been a bit of a problem over the past few years. PR and disclosure law, and then combining some elements from previous chapter, PR and ethics law. I think two of the areas to really focus on that'll be of interest to you, PR and copyright is a good one, and PR and internet law. Both of them important because they are fairly recent issues. Now, copyright, of course, challenges with copyright has been around for a while, but now because of the internet, people have access to so much out there, from recorded songs to printed materials, that what you can use and can't use is oftentimes a point of contention. And there are some clear laws out there that dictate what you can and can't do. So be sure to read that section there. PR and the internet law, again, internet being the most common communication form today. It's good to pay attention to some of the issues they talk about there, including censorship, intellectual property, and one of the topics I love that I think is always an interesting one is cyber squatting, and that, as the book refers to, is individuals taking on an organization's website or inserting an organization's name into an anti-organization website. Good example is the version of WalmartSucks.com. Lots of corporations out there have had this problem of people who have been unhappy consumers have posted a website that kind of defames the organization and uses their name, so that when you do a Google search, their website will come up. So a brief chapter, a pretty interesting one. Again, focusing on the relationship between PR and legal, because as we proceed down the road of the 21st century, and as issues that have come up over the last 10 years continue to come up, it's a relationship that will be an important one to acknowledge and understand how it works. We'll see you in Chapter 8.